Taking a little while, guys. Hey, Sagittarius. Welcome back to the channel. I'm on Ilena. Let me make sure the sound is good. Give me a sec. We don't want that to happen again. Okay. I think we are good. I'm going to check it. Hold on, guys. I think the sound is actually, I don't know if it's going in and out. So bear with me 1 second, because we're going to check this. 1 second, guys. I'm just trying to make sure if you're in here, let me know if you can hear. And then I usually have my phone by me, but of course I forgot it. I'm moving so fast. Oh, beautiful. Yes. All right. Thank you, Kiana. I hope I pronounced that right. Good. So you can hear me okay. So I know last time I started a reading, I was just going. Somebody was like, I don't hear anything. I'm like, well, look at that. Okay, perfect. All right, I think we're good to go then. Let's just double check it though. Okay, great. Awesome. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, so let's go ahead and get started then. Welcome, Sagittarius. Sorry, I had to check the all the settings and stuff and make sure perfect, good, and make sure that everything was going well, the sound and everything. So welcome back to the channel, guys. I appreciate you. We're gonna jump right into a message. Just kind of see where spirit guides us today and what you might need to hear at this time, what messages are meant to reach you through me. Tap into your intuition, okay? Your discernment, honor your higher self, use your discernment, okay? To see what messages resonate for you at this time. All right. If you want to book a personal reading, you can at www.manailena.com. Also, my voice is getting a lot better. You can still hear a little hoarseness or scratchiness, but so much better. So thank you guys for bearing through the videos with the scratchy throat. All right, let's get into it, Sag. Let's see what the vibes are for you guys. Okay. Ah, you have Mary Magdalene out here. Sacred marriage. Well, that's pretty deep. Okay. Let's clarify that. Sacred marriage. I'm also hearing interchangeably sacred union. Let's see. Let's clarify this energy for Sagittarius. Some of you might be getting in touch with your feminine energy, or balancing both, right? Because they're bringing my attention to the ankh that she's wearing, right, around her neck. If y'all can see that, I know it's tricky, but she's wearing an ankh, right, which is I like to say it's the first cross. Okay, it was the actual cross. It was what the cross I feel was meant to be, and it does talk about though. Me too. It's so pretty. I love this deck too. It does talk about though the merging of the divine feminine and the divine masculine energy. So some of you are integrating this within yourself. Okay. Let's see. Let's clarify this energy. Yo, the Emperor card came out, but look at what this Emperor is holding. Is that not an ankh in his hand? Is that not an ankh in his hand? So aside from this reading, I would actually I would recommend you guys to look into that. Right? Real quick. You know what? We're here. I have the laptop up really quick because that's crazy to me. Okay. And this is probably gonna be, a little generic, but we're Googling real quick. But I would take the time to kind of look that up for yourself too, Sag. That's crazy that we got both of those out. So it says the Ankh symbol, sometimes referred to as the key of life or the key of the Nile, is representative of eternal life in ancient Egypt. It says, oh, look at what I just said. Created by Africans long ago, the Ankh is said to be the first or original cross. So I'm going to post the little imagery. There's like this little, I don't know, picture that they have breaking it down. I'm going to post that in the community post for you, Sag. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to save the picture right now. I don't know why, but the Ankh is significant for you at this time for whatever reason. It's probably going to be different for everyone. Dope. Oh my God, the synchronicities. Eternal life. Spirit's also given me long term. Okay, so Sagittarius, some of you could have felt as though it's giving me like you're thinking about life in a more long term way, which means that you're probably more optimistic, which is true to your nature, right? But there's this emphasis on you getting this back. You're just coming back into this or tapping back into this optimism, or like life is, dare I say, like worth living. It's worth going after your dreams. It's worth this. It's worth, okay. Let's break this energy down one more. Four of Swords, the Five of Swords, whoo, and the Tower. This is heavy energy in a good way, I feel. And the Page of Wands here. Yeah, I feel like Sag, a world that you knew, like a paradigm that you were used to. I don't know if you grew up in it or whatever. I feel like it's absolutely crumbling. Okay, which is a good thing, because I feel like you're coming to the end of whatever this is, and y'all have been in transitional energy for some time, right? It feels like this is the end. Oh, this is just giving me chills. Whatever you're going through, this last cycle or something, is like the end of your life as you knew it. You know, Spirit is just really giving me very definitive end of your life. Okay, but not in that way. Okay, like an old life, something that you are putting to rest, put into bed. Like you won't recognize yourself. I don't know, like why that's so. You're not going to recognize yourself. You've tapped into many forms. Okay, this is a form that is 2.0, Sag. Okay, Page of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. Some of you are finding your own paths as far as like what you want to do for work, career, starting businesses. And it feels like an old structure is coming down. Okay, let's look at this Four of Swords, please. Yep, Queen of Wands. And I feel like you've been trying to gain the confidence to make some changes for a long time. And I feel like this came about. Okay, try to get in there. I feel like this came about, especially looking at the Four of Swords and the Ten of Wands, because you had reached burnout at some point in time in the past. You had reached burnout to the point, you know, to the tune of like when you get to that point, what I'm feeling right here is like you know you have to make a change, like something has to change. I'm going to try to give an example. So like the example that they're giving me just right off rip is like working a job, right? This is how deep the switch is. It's like working a, let's say, I don't know, we'll say dead end job, or a job you hate, and you're going and you're just going through the motions. Now it's so much so you just on autopilot. You know, you don't want to go, but you know you got to go. Set the alarm, get up, brush your teeth, same motions every day, mundane, monotonous. This feels like if you were doing that, you're going to be doing the complete opposite. Okay. You might be a business owner, right? You might be setting your own. So it's like this complete polarity, like an old world is completely leaving. So Sagittarius, again, I feel like you guys have been in this transitional energy for some time. Don't get impatient in this time. Okay. I can relate. All right. Don't get impatient during this time. What's happening, okay, especially with this tower, we're going to talk about that, but what's happening is that the old paradigm, like the old world that you were living in, that came with a lot of ideals, that came with a lot of certain beliefs that you held, that came with different perspectives, that came with different people who vibrated at that level too. The where you're shifting to, it's taking some time. Okay, the shift has already been activated, it's been initiated. You are in the midst of it right now, which again is why you are quote unquote between worlds, but you're getting closer and closer to completely getting your foot um, into this other world. Okay, getting grounded. You are right on time for your girl. I know that's right, Kiana. Good. Dope. So that is exactly what this feels like, Sag. And like I told y'all, on a collective level, everybody's going through this in their own way. The way shit is about to flip when Pluto completely moves into Aquarius in 2024, and Saturn's already in Pisces, already giving you the tools, or kind of, giving you those intuitive hunches of what it takes to make these lofty dreams reality, right? Because we know that the physical moves slower than the spiritual, right? The 3D moves slower than the 4D and 5D. So when you put it out there into the universe, it will take time to trickle down into the 3D. Well, now some of that physical is here, right? That's why some of you are seeing some of the quote unquote, some of your new life, and still experiencing some of the quote unquote old, because it's taken some time to tear these things down. Okay, it's like the Five of Swords, Queen of Cups in reverse, Ten of Swords. So this feels, ooh, and I just got a headache. I feel like, and I feel like that's connected to a specific person. So in the present moment, Five of Swords, Queen of Cups in reverse here, Sagittarius. It feels like in the present, the energy could be a little thick. Like I said, you're experiencing both sides, but with this Ten of Swords, there could be a feminine energy, or either this is an energy outside of yourself, or you're reconciling with this energy within internally. Okay. There's wounded feminine energy here. Okay. Mary Magdalene was your first card out, is your overall energy for the entire reading. Okay. There is wounded feminine energy here. And cut the deck. Okay. There it is. That's why they want me to cut the deck. Cut the deck. And there's the Six of Cups. Little Sag. I don't know if y'all are feeling this. I know I definitely have. And I ain't trying to, but people's inner child, especially Sag, clearly has been really triggered during this time. So part of this moving into this, really solidifying this new world for yourself, right? Really grounding yourself. I think that's a better way of saying it, into this new world. There's some validation that your inner child might need. Okay. Or there is a wounded feminine energy around you. I don't know. This energy could have been connected to you as a child, as you grew up, whatever. Okay. But there's like a wounded tie there that you're confronting right now in the present. Now, again, some of you, this is externally. This wounded feminine energy is someone that you are physically, they're in your vicinity, you have to deal with them physically. Some of you are reconciling with this internally. This happened to me when I was younger. I'm going to say this because it's just coming to me right now, and I don't know why, but earlier today I had saw this post on Instagram, and it was something, about sometimes a woman's first experience with insecurity can be from her own mother or the grandmother, the women in her life who were super critical of her, or, projecting their fears onto her, or low key competing. I don't know why that came up, but that's the kind of wounded feminine energy. Exactly. Exactly. I.e. shadow work, Kiana. Exactly. So, excuse me. So I feel like that's the kind of energies that we're speaking to. Spirit is giving me the word fragmented. Okay. So it's almost, you are picking up also pieces of yourself. Okay. Pieces that maybe you felt you've lost along the way. They've been repressed. You purposely repressed and suppressed them to protect yourself. But now you're coming into a world where you don't need all that. You don't have to repress and suppress to protect yourself from people who are supposed to be protecting you anyway. Right? You're coming into it, but you have to acclimate to that, right? Now you have to acclimate yourself to that. Right? It's hard to just jump from being skeptical of everyone and distrustful, to coming into a new world, and you're like, whoa, they want to connect with me. They're not competing with me. They're not being conniving, right? So it's that kind of energy. Okay, let's look at the Tower. I'm sorry, y'all. I know sometimes I can get a little like, but I don't know. Maybe I should not apologize for it. I just kind of let the energy lead me. I try to stay on task. Let's talk about the Tower for Sag. Okay. Didn't I tell you guys about some of you, sorry, card fell, but it is the Eight of Pentacles and it was upright. I told you some of you are completely changing like what you do for work or something like that. Okay. I feel like the Tower for some of you can again also represent shadow work. The Hangman and the Moon here. Here. If you are what you say you are, superstar, have no fear. Superstar is on. What's this card? The Two of Pentacles, the Chariot. I don't know, Sag. I feel like something's going to take off for you. I do feel like right now it could feel a little sticky. It depends on how you view it. Okay. And the way I get this Tower, Eight of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, okay? Some of you, like I said, this is in between world, but I feel like this is a little bit more specific for those of you who are like maybe trying to transition out of a certain field, okay? I'm really getting work or career with this, but you know, insert your situation there. For those of you who are trying to make some type of like slow transition to something, that's coming. I do feel like though you might get busier before you're able to completely say, okay, I'm ready to drop this one thing and completely hop onto this other thing. Again, the theme of being in between worlds, right? It feels like something, whatever, like say you have a side hustle, right, that you want to blow up. It feels like that could start picking up at the same time, right, that you're building this old job or whatever you is breaking down, right? But it's not instantaneously. Okay, because we're in the 3D. Yep, the Chariot and the Lovers, but you are moving closer to that goal. Okay. What's the guidance here for a Sagittarius situation? The Lovers, the Ten of Cups. Go where you are loved. Go where you are appreciated. Spirit saying automatically, if you're dealing with that wounded energy in the physical, that is how you're going to alchemize it. Okay? Yeah. And the Five of Wands here. That's how you're going to alchemize it. Not by proving your worth to anyone or thinking that you're doing that, right? Because that's just operated in ego, although I get that, right? But this is not about proving a point. It's not about who you are. It will stand for itself, right? Spirit is asking you to, again, and I told y'all that too, go into these lighter spaces. It's time to take on a lighter energy. Some of you, Spirit is saying this wounded energy, this wounded feminine energy is very overbearing, very overpowering, so much so, Sag, that you could claim this energy as your own, and you have to be careful about that. So if this is you dealing with this in the physical, I feel like Spirit is saying put some physical space between you and whatever this is. Because then you'll see your energy will lighten up. You'll see, okay, it's the environment. Okay, it's me being around so-and-so. Okay, it's every time I talk to what's her name. And then you can start choosing better spaces. Because for some of you, it's like family, right? And we hang with family. It's all, you know, it's like, oh yeah, blood's thicker than water, right? And so we don't really clock it like that. But you get some time away and you're like, whoa, I feel so much better. I'm thinking more positively. And all right, so let's pull you a card over here. Actually, let's start with this one. We'll end with those. That's my favorite deck. Oh, whoa, that's deep. I can't. I have to give the messages. The Emperor, Mary Magdalene, some of you are reconciling. This is a long journey that you have wrapped up. Spirit says, round of applause, of reparenting yourself. Okay. I know I'm talking a lot about the inner child. Six of Cups was here. You feel me? So we're here, guys. But for some of you, this has been a lot about reparenting yourself. And a lot of you have reached like a pinnacle in this. The right levels of compassion. That's the mother, that's the feminine, the right levels of routine and structure and motivation. That's the masculine. A lot of you were charged with teaching yourself these things, right? Which is why when we come into this world, we select our guides, right? We select our parents to be able to do those things for us, or whatever, community to be able to do those things for us. But a lot of you had to do that for yourself. So congratulations, because you are reaching a pinnacle with that. Like, you are reaching a turning point with that. You have learned a lot. What does it? It says, instead of trying harder, try differently. Exactly. Spirit saying right now, it's not about trying to assert yourself in the same spaces. It's time to, you won't even have to assert yourself in the spaces that you're going into. You will be seen, heard, recognized without having to do all that. Okay, people will recognize your uniqueness and actually honor it. Right? Foreign, right? Actually appreciate it without you having to be, hey, look, this is what I'm worth. I can do this. A lot of you are coming out of people pleasing too. Love that for you. Claiming and taking your energy and power back. And burnout, I feel like that speaks to burnout too. Instead of trying harder, try differently. Right? So some of you, again, that's speaking to that message about switching lanes as far as like what you do for work. Right? Some of you are breaking down those paradigms. I know Sagittarius you had a lot of messages about your connection and relationship to money, scarcity mindset, imposter syndrome, things like that, lack. So it feels to me that y'all have been doing a lot of shadow work on that stuff, because now it's showing in the 3D. Now you're starting to see it externally. So yeah, some of you, the business is building. It's going to be booming. All right, this card. All right, Sag, what will it be? Wow. What a way. What a way. You have the full moon in Pisces here, Sag, and it does say forgive. We got to read that because that's crazy. After we just talked about all this wounded feminine energy and, right, reconciling. And also, Sag, well, I'm getting that little guidebook so we can read that. Remember there, I posted, it was like in the singles reading or something, but I posted a short clip of it about the forgiveness. I know it's cliche, but it's for you. Just reconcile with your part of the relationship. Whoever's on the other side of this, they might not have the capacity to actually apologize, to actually take accountability. We stall ourselves when we think we're waiting on quote unquote closure. Right? We actually can give that to ourselves. All right, so let's go ahead and read what it says, Sag. Also, it's about to be Saggy season. Oh, this is dope. It says, be careful that you're not coming at your current situation with your mind made up. This card is a reminder that life is an unfolding mystery and you need to go with it. Yeah. Instead of trying too hard to tick every box. Why are you getting these messages? This is a completely different deck. This card said, instead of trying harder, try differently. And now I'm reading the notes for this card in a completely different deck, and you're getting that message again. So it's not about you having to work harder and put in the work and blood, sweat, and tears. Clearly, Spirit is reiterating and really wanting to stress that to you, Sagittarius. Okay. Some of you you might be thinking, but I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And it's not that. You're working your ass off. And Spirit's actually trying to like pull you back from that. Like, no, I need you to see this differently. So I really hope that, because I know how hard that can be to come out of that, feeling like you work hard, hustle culture, everything around you saying, get the bag, this, that. It's a million and one ways to do that. Okay. You just have, you're a Sag. Think outside of that box that people try to put you in. You do it most naturally. Okay. Sorry. Instead of trying too hard to tick every box for your dreams to come true, fall into the dreams a little. It could well be that what's blocking your current manifestation is that you haven't forgiven yourself or someone else for something that happened in the past. To boost your manifesting powers, forgive yourself and anyone else who needs forgiveness. That's literally what we talked about. Blocking is just another word for stalling. Strike a balance between all your duties and what you need to do for inner peace. This is the last bit. Hanging on to anger is unhelpful and can be toxic. Move on and forgive, even if you don't forget. This is your way to a brighter future, your way. And that's what I'm saying, Sag. So, a lot of you, again, are in between worlds. We've been getting that message, but I do feel like you're seeing more of the new world. Spirit saying, real quick, some of you went back a little, not saying you regressed. Like you got a taste of the new world, right? And started to experience things that were from your quote unquote old world. And maybe you got engaged a little, maybe you engaged it a little bit. That's okay. There was just a little bit more to learn there. There was something you felt was not done. At this point, though, you are further on the other side to the new world than you are to your old life. This is the end of your old life as you know it. I don't think you're going to recognize yourself, Sag. All right, so that's what I have for you guys. I know I can get a little winded, but I really be getting into it, y'all. So I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for engaging the chat too. All of that helps. Please don't forget to hit the like button, guys. I appreciate that. And no problem, Kiana. Thank you. And if you guys want to book a personal reading, www.manailina.com. And with that said, I'm going to send you off. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye. This was a personal. Thanks, Kiana. Bye.